Okay, we're ready to go. Welcome to the stream today. This song. Alright, let me restart and we'll get going with Konami Krazy Racers. KCK, one of Konami Studios. Wow. Oh, look at this. This fake operating system desktop thing. Oh, that was really cool. Okay, yep. From Konami, man, awesome. Who was that? Was it that girl with the red hair? Anyway. Basically I've only read about this game, I haven't played it, so... This is sort of off the back of me playing Pac-Man World Rally last week. Let me know if the sound's okay and stuff. Yeah, so off the back of that I wanted to do another sort of crossover mascot kart racer from a different company. So this one's obviously Konami's effort. Oh, it's got all the Konami studios down there credited. 2001 Tokyo. Oops. O. I don't remember what O is. J, K, T. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about them except from who developed which Castlevania games. Yeah, Mode 7 races. Gibbon and I had an argument a while ago about Mode 7, whether Super Mario Kart and what's it called? The one where you fly planes. Gosh, sorry. Pilot Wings. He was trying to tell me how great they were, and I was like, no, I wasn't having any of it. Oh my goodness, my mouse pad is just leaking foam everywhere. It's falling to pieces. This is terrible. Ugh. I'm so anal that I just can't look at that there. Anyway. Yes, this name is okay. Oh yeah, cool. They've got the whole desktop thing still going on here. That's really nice. Oh, I'm on some kind of browser. This is the homepage. What is all this stuff? Save, shop. What's in the shop? I always like going there first. I don't know who that guy is. Hi Bob, how's it going? And welcome Gibbon. Thanks for tuning into my stream. Was that at your last one, Bob? No, I think I missed the last one, but I was at the one before that. Bob's been streaming a lot of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I don't know what cinnamon card means. Do I have to buy items to use them in the game? I don't just find them on the course? Oh wait, there was an L&R thing. Item set. Oh my goodness, there's like microtransactions in this. I can only imagine if it was ported to mobile. The mobile port of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is really horrible, don't play it. Actually, that reminds me, because, you know, I was playing Pac-Man World Rally and I said there's a sequel to that on iOS that was then removed. This game also has a sequel on iOS that has been removed, so it's really annoying how they put out a game but then they don't bother updating it ever and then eventually gets removed, because I really wanted to play the sequel. I did see it, but it was... I saw it once upon a time, but it was kind of expensive. So what is this? Rumor billboard. Okay, it's sort of... What? Okay, that's good information. Okay. Many different courses can be played after getting a license. That's a really weird feature. So race menu or license center? Oh, it was removed, Bob, because Konami didn't bother ever updating it, and as the operating system and the new iPhones come out, if there's a update to the whole OS, then old apps might not be compatible anymore, and they don't support the new resolutions of the phones. For instance, not even Sonic and All-Stars Racing, but the sequel, the transformed one, that's got a mobile port. I tried to launch it the other day just to check it out and refresh myself on it, and it crashes at launch every single time, and they haven't bothered updating that. So it's just a matter of time before that gets removed too. The original, actually both of those are still on the App Store, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend either of them, to be honest. Alright, let's hear the explanation. Hide the license, small courses available. Okay, so I am just booting this up vanilla. Unlike Pac-Man, oh, I can't do it. What? Okay. Yeah, unlike Pac-Man, I haven't gone through and unlocked stuff first, but I have a little guide here on how to unlock some things, so I'm gonna aim to get stuff. But yeah, unlike Pac-Man, this does have a wide range of Konami characters available from the beginning, so I have to go in certain courses, and it does say Grand Prix, so I might have to do Grand Prix mode. I'll start an easiest one where I'm unlocking stuff. We'll see how far we get anyway. Whoa! It's the crowded character select screen, and it's kind of strange to navigate around. Alright, so let's go through the characters. Who are they? A cat? I don't know who that is. I have another tab here. This might be... I don't know who this is. Someone from... No. So this is Dracula from Castlevania. You know, that makes sense. He's in the most Castlevania games. So, but I think his appearance is based on how he looks in the Nintendo 64 games, actually. Although that turns out to like not really be Dracula, and it was like the little boy all along or something. Spoilers. But yeah, it might be that KCAK, I think, who, according to the splash screen, made this game, also did the 64 games, so they're pulling from their own character design there, which is interesting. So who's this? A girl character. That could be from... That might be Pastel from Twin Bee. I wonder if I click this link. You can't see it, but, you know, sorry. Nope, that didn't help. Okay, that's Goemon from Gumbo Goemon. It's a sort of parody pastiche of like medieval Japan kind of stuff. He's supposed to be like he's basically the Japanese Robin Hood, more or less. But I don't really know how he's portrayed in the Gumbo Goemon series. But I was talking about Lupin the Third a few weeks ago, and Goemon in that is based on the character of Goemon, the historical, you know, character. He's still fictional, but anyway, this guy is based on the same... Anyway, whatever. Oh, Tony's here. Hello, Tony. How's it going? This game is sweetie, he says. And Bob's saying this reminds him of the Diddy Kong Pilot beta screen. Yes, exactly. That's a good point. That just had like a group of characters standing on the beach, and it was really cool. That's, of course, where we get Redneck Kong from. Yeah, all these menus are really great, aren't they? Yeah, so, okay, so who's this? This is probably Grey Fox. So instead of picking like Solid Snake like they usually do, or Raiden in the case of, you know, Sonic, no, Sony All-Star Battle Smash ripoff thingy. Anyway, this is Grey Fox from Metal Gear. He's in the first one and Solid, I don't know what he's in. Oh, it's the Moai head, it's the Easter Island head, who is in a lot of Konami stuff, but mostly Gradius, I guess. An enemy in Gradius. And this is a baseball guy, Power Pro Kun. I don't really know anything about that. Oh yeah, and the octopus, that's from Parodius. How do I get to the octopus? There. I believe his name is Takosuke. Tako is the Japanese word for octopus. Yeah, so I guess we got to pick someone. Let's pick Dracula. Nice. Okay, yeah, Grey Fox. Tell me more about Grey Fox, Gibbon, because I really don't know anything about Metal Gear. So Tony's asking me if I've played the Konami and Hudson fighting game on GameCube. Yeah, I was actually debating whether to play this game or the one you're talking about, which is called Dream Mix TV World Fighters. I will do that in another stream, definitely, if the GameCube emulation holds up under streaming. Hang on a sec. While we're picking courses, if I go to... Oh, I need to upgrade my license to get to the later ones. Okay, so we'll just start on the first one and see how we go. Cool. Yes, that's a really interesting one to me, that one. It's a kind of Smash clone kind of thing, but with Konami and Hudson characters before they merged, before Konami bought Hudson outright. So it was a crossover thing at the time. It also includes characters... Oh, okay. I'm just trying out the controls here. I've got a hop. I've got a accelerate. I've got a boost. Yep, okay, from the item box. That was interesting. So maybe the things in the shop just unlock new ones. I can't seem to be able to drift very well. I wonder if there's another way to do that. Or if it's just sort of, you know, organic, like not an actual mechanic drifting, so sort of just braking and sort of sliding a little bit, maybe. Oh, I have a mole. What does the mole do? I don't know. No idea. Yeah, so this is quite a bit like Super Mario Kart, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's doing a better job with the 3D. I haven't really played Mario Kart Super Circuit, so I don't know how well that does at it. Anyway, like I was saying, Konami and Hudson collaborated on DreamWorks TV World Fighters, but they also had Takara, I think, a toy maker, or, you know, it's a Japanese company that does a lot of things. They make toys. They're in charge of the Transformers series in Japan, Micronauts, some other things, I don't know. Basically, the character list is really weird in that game. You've got, like, the Japanese equivalent of Barbie and Megatron and bloody, what's his face, Convoy, Optimus Prime, along with Solid Snake, Richter Belmont, that baseball guy I'm pretty sure is in it. Anyway, you'll see all that later, so I won't bother talking too much about it. Mario Kart Super Circuit is for the GBA, Bob, and this is also for the GBA, so we're going to compare them pretty directly, even though I probably not the best person to ask about Super Circuit. Oh, okay. So the actual track on this one is really thin, and you don't want to go off to the side, even though it's quite easy. So I wonder what the coins do, because in Diddy Kong Racing there were bananas, and some of the... I think Super Circuit actually had coins, didn't it? And Super Mario Kart. They brought them back in like 7 and 8. But if they work anything like in those games, then they'll slightly increase your speed, each one you get, and if you get knocked over, then you lose some. I haven't seemed to have lost any in my mishaps so far, so I don't know if that's a mechanic. Oh, they disappeared. That's interesting. Oh, maybe the coins are just for currency in the shop outside this. So I'm not really looking at the courses and how they relate to Konami games, because I gotta say, I'm not actually really familiar with any Konami games outside of Castlevania. So a lot of it will probably be lost on me, unfortunately, but the concept of this as a crossover was interesting to me. I got turned into a little pig or something, but I used the pig power-up. I don't understand. This is pretty good. It feels good to play. Like I said, maybe I'm not the best target audience for this as a Konami fan. They've actually done it a few times though. I mean, I'm thinking of... so they had a game on the NES called International Track and Field. On the DS, they made a new International Track and Field, which was, you know, full of touchscreen minigames, of course. But it had unlockable Konami characters. It's sort of an Olympic sim, I didn't explain that, but whoa. They just all come out one after another. Yeah, it's like the athletics section of Olympic events. I think they originally made it to tie into the Olympics of the time, whichever one that was, but without actually having the license to the Olympics themselves. So it's just kind of trying to cash in on that without actually having the official Olympics stamp. But anyway, you can play this like Snake and Belmont in that, I'm pretty sure. I'm not really 100% on which characters were in that one, because yeah, it's apparently, from what I read, it was really hard to unlock all the Konami characters. You just have sort of generic sports people, and the touchscreen minigames are really, really hard to do, and to unlock all the cool characters takes ages. Pun not intended. I know that's a Sega thing, but... in DKR says Bob, the coins were silver and have caused me hours and hours of rage. Yeah, but the bananas are more analog to what the coins are in some of the Mario Kart games. Yeah, the silver coins is a whole different challenge in itself. Actually, I haven't really played much of the original, but the DS one's quite good. Well, you know, it's okay. It's certainly a lot easier to come by and play casually than the 64 one is. So that's why I like it. And it has Dixie Kong and new courses. Anyway, Memechi's asking me, Memechi/Tony is saying, if you could put a Rhythm Heaven character in Mario Kart, who would it be? My answer to that is Rhythm Heaven... Does Rhythm Heaven really have characters? Like, I'm baiting you, but it's not really the same kind of character-driven series, right? Probably Karate Duo, I guess. I don't know. I've played the Wii one, but I'm not really sure about who's important to the series, except for the constant Smash discussions over who should be the Rhythm Heaven character. So I don't know, Chorus Kids, Tibby, that wrestler guy, who knows? What would you put in, Memechi? That's what I want to know. Because it's all very well asking me, but I'd prefer to ask you because you know something. So I think the thing with Dracula is he's kind of big and slow. Well, not slow, but his acceleration is bad. So whenever I hit a wall, it takes me a while to speed up again. I really miss drifting though. I figured any Mario Kart clone would have drifting as a core mechanic, but this just doesn't. It's kind of odd. Gibbon's got a wall of text. Is it about Grey Fox? Good choice, he said. Karate Joe is my first choice, says Tony. Good. Okay, I picked right then. Okay, there's billboards in the background. That's kind of cool. So that's the cat that's in this game. Okay, so I've noticed that with these bells, there's red ones and blue ones. It could be that, you know, there's offensive and defensive items, which is a mechanic that they used in Donkey Kong Jet Race / Barrel Blast, a racing game I have played, where sort of blue balloons were Kong aligned and Kongs would get an extra bonus from them, whereas red balloons were Kremling aligned and they would have better effects. And of course, Diddy Kong Racing has a bunch of different colored balloons for unique items. Each one, you know, each color had an item associated with it. Yeah, I'd say my first instinct was right there. Red offensive, blue defensive. Oop. Boost. Oh, Tony. If you could put a Fire Emblem in with the character in Mario Kart, who would it be, he says. I don't know, the horse that one guy rides. Yeah, that's my favorite. The horse. Horsey the horse. I don't know anything about Fire Emblem, so don't even bother. There we go. That's a lot of penguins. So where do penguins come into Konami? I mean, I hate to be so ignorant on this stream, but everything that pops up I'm going to be like, oh, is that something Konami related? Oh well. Oh, the test! Yes, let's do it. Take it. Yes. Oh, yes, test one. Okay. Yes, good, let's do it. I'll save. Still gotta figure out the timing on that. You can always get a boost before the race if you press the accelerator at the right time. And I really should be concentrating here because I need to finish a lap in under a minute. Or is it the whole race? Not just a lap, I think it's the whole race. So I'm aiming for 20 seconds per lap. Oh, I'm not going well. Gotta take the inside line on these corners. Yeah. Try not to lose too much speed. Oh, I'm still Dracula. I should pick someone else. Oh no, the tree. This ain't going well. Oh boy. But Milo, says Tony, get with the times. Fire Emblem is big. It had a direct all to itself. Ugh, don't remind me. Can we not talk about Fire Emblem? Hope I'm not losing too much speed in the water. Dang! Just over a minute. And that was my best lap on the third one too. Anyway. Oh, Awesome Cauliflower. How's it going? I do know you from the Discord. And DK Line, yeah. Good to see you. Let's change character. License Center. How do I change character? Was I locked in by choosing Dracula right at the start? What's this? Hey, items can be bought too. Now work hard and get the B-class license. I saw diamonds far off in space. Ah, now that's a clue. I know that you have to find hidden items, hidden diamonds in stages to unlock characters. It's kind of like the keys in Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, let's check this out. Let's get a set. Oh no, that's setting an item. So what does that mean? And I don't know what they all do yet. This is crazy. XP. Hang on. Items set here increase. Unless you go. What? I don't really get this. So I get extra uses of it if I set them here. Whoops, I hit the thing. Let me set just like boost or something. The pig didn't seem that helpful. Where's boost? I can't pick boost. Oh boy. Maybe I haven't bought one. I only have $22 box. You know, it'd be useful if you told me what these things do in that text box. Dude. Anyway. Oh, Awesome Cauliflower's Australian too. That is Bonza, mate. Crikey. That's really cool. Where are you from, Cauliflower? Well, post the wall of text already given. Let's see what else. Oh, me and Awesome Cauliflower were both on Bob's stream that time. That was pretty fun. Yeah, that's right. He came in while I was there, and then Bob was just playing lots of the Klungo minigame, Hero Klungo Saves to World. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so this game, Collie, is Konami Krazy Races, a crossover mascot racing game by Konami. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to change character. And I don't know how to do that. Okay, if I pick one here, maybe... Let's go with Grey Fox in honor of Gibbon's upcoming wall of text. Okay, so now that I've chosen him, can I go back and go into the license center? Yes, okay. Nope, still Dracula. Maybe I'm locked into him because I chose him in that race. No. Okay, so I'm going to try and get the boost to do this because I really need to do a good time here. So I'm going to save right as we're starting. Okay. The wall of text is there? No, I didn't see it. It didn't come up on my thing. Damn, why didn't it come up on my thing? Sorry, but it just didn't appear on my chat window in... Yeah, that's weird. Oh, Collie's from New South Wales. Yeah, but what city? I'm from New South Wales too. New South Wales is a big place. There's like at least 3 places you could live there. I live in Canberra now though. Okay, so according to this guide I looked up, just before the 4th light comes on you hit A, so let's try that. Yeah, that worked. There was a little pew sound. Okay. That was bad. Okay, I think that worked. Good. What is hopping good for? Just getting over things? It's annoying. I really want to drift. Should have read the manual before I started, but, you know, odds are it's probably not even scanned. Damn, stupid trees. Who planted all these trees? It's probably Konami Man. Trying to get in my way. Konami Man Is he only from the Konami YY World games? There's some other actually pretty cool Konami crossover games there. YY World is like a Castlevania style platformer, but each level you have a different character from a different Konami game. And that includes games that they made from licenses like The Goonies 2 and King Kong. So strange. But yeah, that's also got Goemon and Simon Belmont. And yep, there we go. That's under a minute. Okay, dokie. So Bob says maybe the wall of text was too big, so he's going to break it up. Tony's asked me what are my thoughts on Puyo Puyo Tetris. Well, I think I've made clear that I'm all for crossovers. So although I don't know really anything about Puyo Puyo, and Tetris is, I don't know, it's okay. It's not really my thing. But Puyo Puyo Tetris, all for it. Good idea. Go buy it. Let's see. Collies from Albury. Oh, as in Albury Wodonga. That's right on the border with Victoria. Interesting. Good to know. So Collie's also asking why there is no Bomberman in this game. That is because it was made in, you know, the mid-2000s. Konami, so Bomberman is a Hudson character. Konami bought Hudson in 2012. So at this point in time, Bomberman does not belong to Konami. And, you know, not that they've done much with any of the Hudson properties since they bought the company. So, yeah, it's a pretty dire situation all around, really, with Konami becoming worse and worse every year. But anyway, this is back in the day. Let me tell you what all the characters are from. So I have a little guide here. We've got one from Goemon, one from Proteus, one from Castlevania. That's this guy, Dracula. We've got Grey Fox from Metal Gear. We've got Pastel from Twinbee. I think that's the girl with the red hair. Power Pro-kun is the like bald guy with the cap on. Okay, I think the mole went into a pit on the ground and it's like a hazard. Okay, a Moai from Gradius. Yeah, I'm looking down and not paying attention to the road. So, but this race is going pretty well. So that's the Moai in front of me actually. I saw him or it on the congratulations screen, and it had like these stubby little arms and legs. It was kind of funny. So I guess that turns me invisible. So that probably gets me through hazards and stuff. I saw someone else turn invisible before, so it's probably that power up. I like the music. I turned it down a bit, but I really liked the title track. It was full of energy and kind of silly. But the other tracks seem pretty nice too. Who else have we got? Nyami from Poppin' Music. I have no idea what that is. And there's 4 unlockables. Bear Tank from Rakuga Kids. I remember reading previews of that back in the day for 64. King from Poppin' Music. Vic Viper from Gradius, like the ship. And Ebisumaru, Goemon's friend from Goemon. Okay, so I've upgraded my license, so I should have access to new courses now. Let's try normal, see how we do. And now let's pick someone else. Great, Grey Fox. Okay, so Gibbons posting about Grey Fox. Gumbo Dodge here. Is that one of the ones I'm looking out for? It is, but I need Bear Tank first. Cyberfield 2 is what I need. I don't get that till the end. Can I get to... Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, it looks like all the courses I can unlock extra characters on are in the final cup. So I'll do 2 more cups. Hopefully I'll get there. Okay, so Grey Fox is one of the characters that's probably been in as many games as the various iterations of Snake, and there are a few. Well, just 2 playable ones, I think. Oh, unless you count, you know. Well, spoilers. Anyway, who cares? Yes, he's Solid's friend and fellow soldier in Metal Gear, who was. So he's on Snake's side in the original Metal Gear. Sent in before him during the rescue mission, but was really working with Big Boss the whole time. And yeah, what Gibbon's saying is more interesting to me than the course, so I'm going to be swerving all over the place for a while. Ah, this must be the baseball course. I know because I just got hit by a baseball. He returns in Metal Gear 2, says Gibbon, where you fight him to the death in the first of the series' iconic bare-fisted boss fights, where you just punch each other till one of you falls over. In Metal Gear Solid, he's brought back as the now iconic Cyborg Ninja. I see, so he wasn't even a Cyborg Ninja in the first two. Oh, there was a Cyborg Ninja in Metal Gear 2, but nobody remembers that one. Everyone just knows Fox, so that was a different Cyborg Ninja. He then shows up in the PSP prequel game Portable Ops, which is a follow-up to Snake Eater. Yes, I knew about that. In that, it's weird that that one never gets re-released, but Peace Walker does all the time. By which I mean in the PS3 collection. Actually, if you squint, this guy kind of looks a little bit like Bomberman from behind. So there's Tanukis everywhere. This must be the Goemon stage. Let's see. In that one, the young Grey Fox is being used as the guinea pig for the Perfect Soldier program. Oops. Oh gosh, I'm driving badly. Let's get back on track. Actually, this one's kind of tricky. Oh, it just turned to dusk. That's nice. Ooh, yeah. Glad I have the air conditioner on. It's a really hot day today. I was just outside taking down a fence. And boy, are my arms tired. That wasn't even a joke. Third place. Better catch up. Grey Fox does seem a little snappier than Dracula. Alright, yeah, so he's the guinea pig getting Gen 1 nanomachines pumped into him. If you can break his mental programming and recruit him, he's one of the best units in the game, says Gibbon. Good to know if I ever pick up Portable Ops. He's also one of the first characters you can play as who isn't Snake in the integral bonus missions for the International/Enhanced Edition of MGS1. Yeah, that's the weird thing about the Metal Gear Solid games. They all got re-released later on with extra features. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't really like that way of making games by just releasing a better version later on, because it makes early adopters feel bad, and then if you're looking for it secondhand, you always get the old one that's crappy and nobody wants it. Oh, the pink things that make you boost. I should be running over them more. Didn't notice that. So this is obviously their Rainbow Road equivalent. It's in space, it's got rainbows on the sides. There's even the neon like signs on the side of the road, just like in Mario Kart 64. It's kind of blatant at this point. I wonder if this is actually just based on something from Konami and I'm showing my ignorance again. Yeah, they got little voice lines. Okay, so thanks for all that info about Grey Fox. Now I know who I'm playing as. A cyborg ninja who is... Well, I guess he'd be getting pretty old at this point, right? Oops! That was a weird vanishing animation. I'm supposed to be falling down a pit. Okay, so these things are kind of like green shells, but they don't bounce and they shoot out all at once. The parallels are not as clear as they were in the Pac-Man game. With the items, I mean. Oh, I'm falling way behind. I think I better bump it back down to easy just for the stream. Whoop. Whoa, whoa, oh no, I jumped over the boost thing. Terrible. Can I do it? Probably not. Ah, how dare you. Get back here. Yes. Was that like Grey Fox's laugh there? Dang. Missed the items. Oh, damn it. I look at chat for 1 second. And I crash. I need someone here with me reading the chat. Okay, so I can throw those things forward. Should do that. Oh, yes, gotcha. Take that anime girl. Foo 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 foo. Wait, was that the same girl? No, that was Prokun. Third place, not great. There should be 5 parts that says given. Yes, I got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 5. Tony's saying that game sounds amazing. Oh no, what game's he talking about? Integral got released as a separate game in the US with just the bonus missions disc with Grey Fox on the cover. Weird. Oh, what's this? There have been ninjas, mostly cyborgs, in Metal Gear 2, Solid 1, Solid 2, Portable Ops, Solid 4, and obviously Metal Gear Rising, yes, of course. Revengeance has Raiden as the cyborg ninja. Also in Phantom Pain, sort of. Oh, I know this song. This is the Metal Gear stage. I've played Smash Brothers. I'm such a scrub knowing all these franchises just through Smash Brothers. That's not true though. I've watched speedruns of Metal Gear Solid 1 that are very, very interesting to see. Yeah, TASs and just real time as well. Very interesting. Anyway, is this the song that ended up being plagiarized and they had to remove and like make a new like song to be the iconic main theme of the series, or is that a different thing I'm thinking of? What a debacle. It's probably not as bad as the Kenji Yamamoto Dragon Ball thing, but man, it really screwed you over. I can't shoot that backwards. So this game's not as good as Pac-Man, Sonic and All-Stars Racing, etc. Where you can do that. Okay, so preliminary judgments here. The best thing about this game is probably the menus. I mean, the racing's fine, but I can't drift. I don't know much about Konami. I just came third. Ooh, he's got a cloaky thing. So I like the idea of having to upgrade your license before you can progress to the next cup. That's you know, that's not a bad idea. It actually reminds me of, you know, I haven't played many racing games, so I'm just going to mention the one I've played that does this, is Sega GT 2002, which came as a pack-in on my Xbox Zero. That crazy disc with Jet Set Radio Future and this Sega racing game. Oh, I got to do the 2 cups to get to the next cup. So I still won that despite not doing too well on a few races. It might be that thing where, that disc I mentioned, it didn't come in a proper case. It came in a paper slip. Pretty lame. All right, let's pick this cat. She's cute. Here we go. What was I saying? Something. I forget. Still can't do champion. Let's do premium. Does anyone know what I was just about to say? Anyway, whatever. Oh, I know this music. This is Castlevania. The boosts are blue dots now instead of pink. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh no! I like this rendition. I'm not sure the name of the track. This is just a Bowser's Castle course. Come on, guys. All the, you know, there's a lot of recurring songs in Castlevania. They all have names, but I don't know them. Or what they signify. but I know that I recognize this. It's really cool. I'm getting good feelings from this. See, it turns out when you actually recognize the things being featured, you feel better about it. Oh gosh, that's a tricky little boost and then a narrow bridge thing. Yeah, cat. Cat's a good character. Whew, alright. How's chat? Milo, what do you think about Kenji Yamamoto, says Tony. I think it's a shame that he plagiarized all that stuff because his music sounds good and then they had to remove it. I mean, obviously, it was, you know, it's not just homages or inspired by, he was ripping off pretty heavily, so that's kind of lazy. And he didn't do it in a classy way like David Wise. Just kidding. David Wise's are more homages. When there are songs that are reminiscent of existing tracks. Oh, there's a shortcut there that I missed. There's like a jump over that thing. The Russian anthem thing, yes, that's what I mean about the Metal Gear thing. It turns out that was it Harry Gregson Williams or someone else? Anyway, the original main theme for Metal Gear was like copied from a Russian classical track. I don't know if it was like classical as in really old, but it was classical style at least. And whether there was actually copyright concerns or whether it was just sort of reputation concerns or whatever. I don't know. Take that. Oh, the explosion was too close to me and it hurt me. Okay, oof. I like this fake PC looking menu screen, says Tony. Reminds me of WarioWare. Oh yeah. Okay. WarioWare. Interesting. I should play more of those games, because they're good. I actually have 2 waiting for me. I got the GBA one on the Wii Virtual Console from Club Nintendo before it shut down. And I got the touched one digital download. Where did I get that from? Is that on Club Nintendo, My Nintendo, or something? I don't remember. That one's annoying though because like DSi software and the weird DS digital hack that they used to put touched on the 3DS can only use the 3DS's system memory and not the SD card that you've inserted. And the system memory, as with most Nintendo consoles, is woefully under what it needs to be. It's too small, is what I'm saying. So, you know, my space is rapidly dwindling. I did, given that Castlevania clone you were talking about a while ago, that Game Off made, and put on the DSi store, I got that for Christmas, so I'm looking forward to playing that. I booted it up once to check it out, and it looks nice. Kind of annoyed about the button placement and that I can't change the controls, but I'll deal. Okay, Pilot Wings. Bob's asking if Pilot Wings runs under that same license thing. I don't really know anything about Pilot Wings. Do you mean the music? Is that ripped off as well? I don't know. Pilot Wings has been re-released. It's on the Wii U and 3DS. Gibbons saying that he doesn't even think that that music from Metal Gear was intentionally copied. It just ended up being really similar. And that is the most unfortunate thing of all, is if you get, like, convicted or, you know, that you get accused of plagiarism and you didn't even mean it. It happens all the time. But yeah, that sucks. Tony's saying, did you know Rhythm Heaven is in the same universe as WarioWare? Yes, I did know that. I did know that very well. mostly because you've mentioned it many times. But yeah, I knew about that. There's just, it's mostly like little background characters appearing in both. But there was a more substantial one recently. Oh, well, of course, in Rhythm Heaven the Best Plus, there's an entire WarioWare mode. So there's that, but I think that was another little something before that. I think Game & Wario was made by the same team, and the art style was a lot more like Rhythm Heaven, and it had a few more substantial things than what had been there before. But then, yeah, Megamix or Best Plus or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, on the 3DS has the most substantial crossover so far. Of course, you could say that's just crossover, but there has been all this previous, linkages. What is that thing spinning around there? It looks like the Queen Banana Bird or something. Oh, it's like a panda and a flying car thing. Yeah, take that. Whoops. I'm not using my brake very much. I'm usually turning by like just holding off on the accelerator. Jump. Oof. Couldn't turn. Oops! I was experimenting with the B button and I accidentally pushed it instead of R to hop over the pit. Of course I say B, but I'm actually playing on a PS3 controller, which I usually do for emulation like this. It's the Mac operating system natively supports Bluetooth connection to PlayStation controllers the same way that PCs natively support Xbox. Although obviously in that case it's a bit more of a direct connection between the company that owns both platforms. How's chat doing? So Bob, so Kyle's his real name, we call him Bob for some reason. It's because of Matt Corner. Blame Matt and go listen to Matt's podcast. Oh, so slippy, so slippery. What am I doing? Oh, into the water. So Bob's talking about in terms of gameplay. Oh, okay. So Pilotwings also has a license system where you have to pass tests to unlock new levels and stuff. Yeah. Okay, good. I'll take your word for it, but yeah, that's cool. Whoa, boy. Right off the edge, man. Oh. Actually, so you don't actually get rescued falling in this water, you just drive back onto land. Interesting. Okay. Tony says in Game & Wario there were background characters as well. One of the micro games starred the samurai from Fever. I see. Oh, just one of the micro games? Oh yeah, okay. Well, the micro games don't really signify anything. I mean, there's micro games with all sorts of other characters in them. Although they're mostly 9 volts ones, and I guess they're supposed to be representations of other video games. I suppose the samurai being in a micro game from another category might have more significance. I say someone who's deeply considered the canon implications of WarioWare microgames for the Zelda Timeline project and for DKU honorable mentions. Are they in universe or out of universe? Well, I don't care. I usually say in universe to be more fun. Yes. Reading up on it again, someone on the internet noted the similarities. This is the Metal Gear Solid music. What's happening? What am I doing? I'm doing a test. I'm doing a license test. Okay, yes. Very well. Oh boy. Someone noticed the similarities, brought it to Kojima's attention, who was like, oh wow, you're right. Yeah, I've heard this story before. And then later went... later when the theme changed and Kojima was asked, he acknowledged that the composer had threatened litigation and Konami had just opted to write a new theme rather than deal with it. I remember that. When Gibbon says that someone brought it to Kojima's attention, it was literally like at a convention or something, and there's footage of this person just going up to Kojima and saying, hey, did you know this song is ripped off? And he hadn't heard of that before, and he was like, oh, really? Wow. And when they like showed him, he was like, oh yeah, that does sound exactly like that. So that was the moment that Konami officially first heard about it, and it's kind of, yeah, it's funny. So I wasn't really looking at what the time I'm aiming for is, so oof, and I'm racing real badly. Let's quit. What is it going to tell me? How well do I have to do? 153. Okay, let's give it a go. Tony says 9 volts games in Game & Wario were not based on Nintendo games. Yeah, I know. Game & Wario was kind of disappointment. Oh well. Kind of like the whole Wii U in a way. I really think the game would have got more attention if it had been a pack-in like it was supposed to be. But no, Nintendo apparently hates pack-ins now. No pack-in for Switch. For boring business reasons that are going to make the console fail, probably. It just costs way too much. I should really go for that shortcut. So at 153, 3 laps, how many seconds per lap do I need to do? About 40-ish, maybe? 60, 130. Mental math gymnastics. Oof, I can't believe I just said math. Maths. You Americans are rubbing off on me. I was going to say mathematical, but shortened it in my head. That's my excuse. Well, this is tough. Alright, shortcut, let's do it! Yeah, baby! Woo. I'll have a little hop. Oh no! Stupid fireballs. You can't even avoid them, it's so hard. Okay, I need to do this lap in 40 seconds. I can do that. Ooh! Let's do it! I took the shortcut and I still had like the exact same time on lap 2. Is that because I hit that thing? Maybe because of fireball? Nah, we're good. Is there a lot of lava in Castlevania games? I can't say I've noticed that much. There were some bats before, but big spiked balls, I don't really... Oh my goodness, that was so close! 153 was my limit and I got there by 1/5 of a second. Amazing. Nice. Oh, I just caught a glimpse of background of the moon and stuff. That looked really nice. But never mind that, on to the next thing. Oh, we're here again, so I might get another look. So this one's a bit easier, I just have to beat that character. Is this a different course? Or the same course? Same one, I think. Oh, how dare you! Whoa, that was a pretty bad hit there that I got. See, I expect boost on the ground to be like an arrow pointing forward or something, not like just a circle. Oh, shortcut, let's do it. Let's see how far ahead I get. You can see on the mini-map, she's going around. Oh, no, the fireball. Okay, see, I would have done well if I hadn't put that fireball in. It's the trade-off, I suppose. Okay. Whoa, bomb. Do, 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 do. Oh boy. Yeah, been doing a lot of mascot races recently. Between playing a Sonic one on my own time and Pac-Man, now this. Wonder what's next. Maybe I'll stream yet another one next week if I can find one. There's a Mega Man one. It's not really a crossover one though. Oh, what? How dare you? And how come you didn't pull ahead while I was spinning out? Maybe she got hit by a fireball. Ugh, nuts. Yeah, so there's Mega Man 1 on the PS1, and there's also a mobile phone Mega Man 1. Oh no! There's a couple of Sonic ones, but I'm not really that into Sonic. It's my least favorite thing about Sonic and All-Stars Racing is how much Sonic there is in the game. Tons. Ooh, that was close. Ah, Tony actually has a really good suggestion there. Do Mickey Speedway USA. That is interesting, and I will consider it. So that's a Rare game, which is built on the Diddy Kong Racing engine. And it's just got, like, Disney, you know, the core Disney characters as races in it. Interesting. I don't know if I'd play the 64 one, though. I haven't really done 64 emulation on stream before. I'm always worried about 64 compatibility. There are endless problems with getting it to look native. But hey, I'll give it a go. But even if that doesn't work out, there's two other options there because they did a Game Boy Color version of Mickey Speedway USA to be released alongside it. And they then did another one in that same engine, I guess, like a follow-up called Mickey's... Oh, what was that called? The Game Boy Color one. There's two Mickey Game Boy Color racing games. What is it? Mickey's Racing Challenge? No, that's not it. Let me know. Somebody in chat look that up. I don't really know at all what the difference is between those two Game Boy Color ones, actually. Maybe I'll play both and check them out. Because they're sort of based on that whole RC Pro-Am, Cobra Triangle kind of thing. I know they have boats and cars in them. At least I think they do. I remember an article on Rare Gamer about... was it Rare Gamer? Yeah. Laraco's Rare Gamer, where about Rare Cows, which is a little Easter egg that the handheld team at Rare snuck into all their, a lot of their games. Just this cow that pops up again and again. And there's one of them next to a river when you're in a boat in Mickey's Mickey Racing Adventure, that's the one. Racing Adventure. So Tony recommends that if I'm going to do one of the GBC ones, to do Racing Adventure because it's got RPG elements. Interesting. Okay, so I'm on A class. I made it. I'm ranking up. That means I can get to... Oh, excuse me. I can get to the next thing. So, who should I play? I've done Cat, I've done Grey Fox, I've done Dracula. Should I be Girl, Ninja Man, Stonehead, Octopus, Baseball Guy? I leave it up to you, chat. First thing I see is what I'll pick. Meanwhile, I'll see what everyone else is saying. Not saying much. That's okay. Let's see. Who have we got in chat? Oh, cool. Everyone's here. That's awesome. I also see Danger Mouse there. Welcome. I hope you're having a good time. She wasn't having a good day today. Oh, Tony's in there first with Octopus. Sorry, Gibbon. I'm Takosuke from Parodius, which is like a knockoff that Konami did of their own Gradius games. Alright, so, hold on a sec. Here we are, in the final thing. I can start unlocking characters, maybe. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the course names. Pick easy just so I have the best chance of getting those diamonds. Fuck off. Okay, so we're starting on Sky Bridge. Yep, that's one I need. Oh, I need Bear Tank? Okay, so I gotta get Bear Tank first, and that lets me unlock all the other ones. So I'm going for Cyberfield 2, which is the last course. Okay, so once we've done that, then we can unlock some more. Sorry, Gibbon, I'll on the rematch, I'll do, because I gotta come back here with Bear Tank. Oh, wait, no. I have to be Bear Tank, so I can't be Stonehead. Sorry. No Moai in this stream. maybe I'll check them out. Oh, whoa, gosh. Actually, I could use Moai to do the time attack to unlock Abyssinaru. I could do that. Yeah, we'll do that. So I don't know if I have to get the thing and win, or if I can just get the thing. But what I'm looking for is on Cyberfield 2, the 4th course in this cup, I need to... Oh, it's just at the end of the track in plain view according to this guy, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. The other ones are hidden a bit better, but I guess the first one they want you to just get it. I like the courses here, they're pretty dynamic, even though, you know, due to the Mode 7 limitations, they can only be flat. That's a real problem, I think, with these kinds of games. It tends to make kind of boring courses, but they've still managed to make this one pretty good. You know, Diddy Kong Pilot and Banjo Pilot tried to get around that by having you in a plane the whole time, so you can move in 3 dimensions even though there's really nothing to do up in the air, and it doesn't really make sense that you still go slower when you're flying over the non-track portion of the track. I should do Diddy Kong Pilot on stream, that would be amazing. Maybe before we're finished mascot races I'll do that. I guess I just turned it into a mascot racer series that I'm suddenly doing. Go figure. There's a lot of options though, so yeah. If I knew a way of outputting iPhone, you know, capture, and also had the app before it was removed, then I would play the iPhone version, but I can't. Yeah, the iPhone one on this has like Frogger in it and stuff. Because Frogger had a bit of a revival at some point, apparently. Oh no. Stupid slippery ice. Did that snowball just explode? That makes no sense. This is tough. Speaking of Banjo Pilot, says Bob, we'll be playing that as well. Yeah, maybe I'll do a Diddy Kong Pilot and Banjo Pilot stream, because Diddy Kong Pilot is... there's not much to it. Like, it doesn't have modes per se, it's only an alpha/beta. I guess it has a lot of courses though, if you can get to them. It is a bit of a faff, like going through the debug menus and stuff. But I do have the 2 separate builds that have been released. There's a 2001 build and a 2003 build, I believe. That's from memory, that might not be accurate. I did play through most of Banjo Pilot on my own for the Honorable Mentions project because I wanted to get a good screenshot showing Saberman. I couldn't find one online anywhere. So I captured that at native res and it looks really nice. Managed to get him well in frame. He's hanging out on the Jolly Rogers, what's it called? Jolly Rogers Lagoon, I think. Yeah, that one. You know that level from Tui. You can see him at one point, hanging out on the course. Okay, so Tony says that you should do DreamWorks Racing. Crossover, which is a crossover between Shrek, Madagascar, Monsters vs. Aliens, etc. Wow, that sounds awful. But hey, I'll try anything once, I guess. Once again, I'm talking myself into doing a mascot racer marathon, I guess. Maybe I'll do a stream where I just play like 10 of them in a row and go, this sucks, and move on. Take that, Dracula. Meet your worst enemy, an octopus. Gibbon says, Frogger came back in 1997 and has never stopped. It just never really got popular again. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. No, that's not cool. I don't like that. So it just pushes you sideways. Oh, weird. That's weird. That's weird. How's my Australian accent doing, Collie? Oof. I mean, I never really think about it, but is it ever a problem for understanding for you Americans? Like, do you ever not get something I say just because I say it weird and you don't understand me? I mean, no, of course not. I have perfect diction. What are you talking about? I'm a chronic mumbler, though. Whoa, that was a crush. Oh, Tony's getting very excited. He's telling me I should play Garfield Kart. I gave that a go, actually. What was that? It was on iPhone. Garfield Kart on iPhone. I don't know what version you're talking about, but yeah, I downloaded it because it was free or something. And I was like, this sucks. It was based on, like, the 3D animated version. Man, I'm really falling behind here. Not that I think doing well in this really matters, I just want to get that item to unlock the character. You know, I wonder what's going to happen with the character select screen. It was so crowded. If they add any more characters, it's going to get really crazy. Stupid mole, I don't want you. I want a boost or something. Or like the batteries that was like the Mario Kart lightning bolt. Or that rainbow shield thing that was like the Mario Kart star. I guess the similarities are more than I figured. This is a fun little section. I don't know how to come out of it smoothly at the end though. Maybe hitting the brake hard. There we go, let's boost. Nope, took that corner terribly. Kevin says he's never had a problem with my accent. Good to know. Oh. 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 So you have to place well. Oh no! You have to place well, otherwise you'd lose a life. This is like F-Zero, the first one. I hate that game. It's so hard, and like, if you fall off the track, you lose a life, you like die, and you have to start again. It's stupid. Hate it. Plus it's really ugly mode 7. Like, this is okay mode 7. F-Zero is not great. And it's too hard. I'm a baby, but it's too hard. I prefer F-Zero X greatly. They actually had the technology to pull off the kind of courses they wanted to do. Kind of hectic speed action. I really should try out GX one day. I've sort of been looking for a copy, but there's not, like, they're super expensive and stuff. So I would have to emulate it if I wanted to play that. But there's no guarantee I'd enjoy it, so I haven't been, like, willing to put the investment in. Oh, Tony's mentioning Little Big Planet karting. He said it sucked horribly. I thought it was okay. I only played the demo, so I don't really know what it changed into as it went on. But I thought it was okay. I wouldn't be able to stream that one, no way. Oh, I thought that was the end. There's another lap. I could do this. Take that. I like the voices. Sorry, I just really need to concentrate on this, eh? F-Zero was like really early mode 7, says Gibbon. F-Zero 2 was better, but nobody ever played that one. Was that the one on the... there was a Satellaview one. Was that F-Zero 2? F-Zero 2. F-Zero 2. I know there was a Satellaview thing that added more cups and a track editor and stuff. There was also a 64DD add-on for F-Zero X that added a track editor and more cups. We miss out on all of that stuff. Oh, Bob's off to bed. Good night, Bob. Thanks for joining me. Hope you sleep well. Sonic CD had some good Mode 7 in its bonus games, says Given. Well, I would argue that all Mode 7 is not good Mode 7, but I'm just winding you up, really. But also, if I recall having seen... What did I see? Who did I see playing that? Oh, it was Hardcore Gaming 101 guys. What's their thing called? Their YouTube channel? GC9X Home Video? I saw them playing... They were doing something of a series on Sonic games. Playing some wacky ones from the Game Gear or whatever. And Sonic CD. That looked pretty hectic. That bonus stage that you're talking about. What else? Super Star Wars games made really good use of it all round, says Given. So yeah, I mean, well, the thing about Mode 7 is it's not just for making these like 2D, what do you call it? So to describe this, it's sort of a fake representation of 3D by having a 2D plane and sprite scaling. But it also was used to do sprite manipulation and rotation and scaling and stuff real time in other parts of games. So it's not just for having like Mode 7 racing modes, although that was a heavy use of it. Yeah, so what's he saying? Yeah, Super Star Wars made good use of it all around. So that's how I interpret that statement. Of course, having said that, the Super Star Wars games had levels that were, you know, you were on a speeder in one of these 3D, like flat plane kind of places. And once again, I don't like the look of those at all. They are not good for visuals or gameplay, in my opinion. But I think that, you know, those games also had graphical effects like I was talking about. Yeah, so Given saying, yeah, F-Zero 2 was on this hell of you. I probably won't play it on stream, sorry. Besides, it's against my, it's not really a mascot racer, which is my new philosophy. Mascot races only, every time. That's my new thing. Can I overtake Dracula before the end? He's a big fat guy. I can get ahead of him. Nope, not if I hit a wall. Come on, one more hairpin, then I can do it. Go, 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 go. No, yes, boost. Yes, take that. Oh wait, was that a thing? Was that a diamond? What was that? No, I think it was just a bell. It was hanging over a pit. Anyway. Yeah, Super Mario World, Given says, also used Mode 7 for a lot of stuff to good effect. And it was purely a 2D platformer. Yeah. Is that how they did the big boos, or is that just something else? What do they do with it? They did, like... I don't know. Sorry, I don't really... Oh! Oh, that was the thing. I wanted the thing. I gotta go back. Yep, sorry, I'm gonna do this race again. I kind of missed the whole point. I completely forgot that I was supposed to be on the lookout for that diamond thing. Wait a minute. Is this the right thing? Cyberfield. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I wasn't expecting this from the name Cyberfield. I haven't been paying attention to the course names. Because this is supposed to be what, like Shadow Moses Island or whatever? Cyber. What is cyber about Metal Gear? There's a cyborg ninja, I guess. There's all that cyberspace stuff in, well, is 2 like a simulation or something? I don't know, it's weird. Weird story. There's Metal Gear Solid Mobile. I guess there's all the VR stuff, right? The VR simulations. Is this where we are? Are we in one of the integral bonus VR missions? Is that what we're doing? Alright, so we're going to boost. Going to get a boost up and jump over this. Okay, see that? That's what I need. That's what I need. Okay, we're going to try for that in the next lap. I'm going to do it, people. Yeah, Gibbons listing a lot of Super Nintendo games and how they used Mode 7 graphical effects. I know there was a certain rotating corridor in Super Castlevania 4, off the top of my head. I haven't played it, but I've heard about it. He says, big boos, yes. Weird Cooper death effects. The clown car scaling as it drifted back and forth between foreground and background. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. Exactly, yes. Rotating Resonor platforms also use Mode 7. Yeah, I could see that. Yep, okay. So basically all the kinds of stuff that you can't do on the NES. Use this magical technology called Mode 7. Super Metroid also uses it all over the place, he says. Okay, let's concentrate. No, yes, jump. Nope, I suck. I wonder if I have to hit all the boosts like in Star Fox 64 / Lila Wars. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I'll save up this boost for when I get there. Let's back up. Exciting music. Do, 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 do. Dracula's way ahead of me, dude. So Gibbon specifically calling out the grapple beam as a Mode 7 effect, because once you grapple something, Samus's sprite swings back and forth. So, like, basically the idea is it's not redrawing a sprite, or like you don't have to include all the rotated versions of the sprite on a sprite sheet for the purposes of the graphics. You can just take the sprite and the system, the hardware will rotate it. Oh, that was bad. And I haven't save stated, so I have to go back to the start. We're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, with the grapple beam, he says you could swing a full 360 degrees. Exactly. So all these crates say E573. Is that a reference or is that just random? Oh, and the scan visor, right. How it drew that whole layer over the screen and stuff. Okay, once again, I'll save this boost until I get back around to that thing. Gosh, how far behind am I? Oh, not too far. Oof. Once again, Dracula's gone way ahead. He's a pretty good racer, who knew? I mean, he's really old, he must have got a lot of skills, right? How about I get to that corner and then I save? So I'll get here, save, and then we'll go. Alright, we can do this. Whoops! I keep forgetting to hit the jumpy button. That one. Nope. What's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay, so I can't just drive into it, I have to do the hop. There's no like feather jump thing like in Super Mario Kart, is there? I don't think these boosts are cumulative. I'm having trouble hitting both triggers at the same time. It requires coordination and I have none. Is it just between those pits? Am I not seeing it? Yeah, okay. Foolish, foolish, foolish. I was putting all my heart and soul into this jumping thing and I just had to drive over the pit. Stupid depth perception. See, this is the problem with Mode 7, like, fake 3D. You can't tell where anything is. Okay, go ahead everyone, laugh at me. Tony is now telling me to play the Star Wars racing game. Are you talking about Star Wars Super Bombard Racing? Because I believe that, I don't know, did that get a GameCube release? Yeah, otherwise I can't play it. Like, I've tried PS2 emulators, they don't work. Does Bombard Racing count as a mascot racer? That's what I want to know. And therefore, must it be included in my new role? Let's decide. Star Wars Super Bombard Racing. I assume that's what you're talking about. He's given me a link. I can't really click it with both hands on my controller right now. Yeah, Gibbon's pointing out. Is it actually over the pit? What a dum-dum I am. I was so thinking Lilac Wars, where like you're in Sector X and you have to fly through all the gates. Or even worse in Meteor, where you have to fly through those little warpy circles, and it just gets harder and harder with each one because you're going faster and faster. Oh yes, just pulled ahead of him. That was awesome. Yeah. Oh, Tony says it's not on GCN. That's a shame. Can't see that link. I'm just going to swap over for a second. Yep, Super Bombard Racing. You should look this up. It's crazy. Oh, they have big heads in this one? I forget about that. I must be thinking of a different game. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Pod Racer sequel, but I mean, I have heard of this. I just don't know it, really. Man, this looks terrible. Let me just real quick Google Star Wars Bombard Racing. What platforms is it on? Gosh, it's made by Lucas Learning. So it's only on the PS2. Yeah, that's a shame. Man, what an awful game. Alright, so I got the crystal, diamond thing, whatever. So that means I should... Here we go. What's this? Oh, it's the credits. Okay. I wonder if I can skip them. No, but I can fast forward them. Do you want to hear the song? Oh. There's like a rabbit and a cat. Grey fox. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's something I didn't try. There's a replay camera thing. You can control the little replay thing after the race is over. Apparently. I don't know. I like Chibi Dracula. He's pretty silly. That's cute. And I'm fast forwarding again. That's pretty cute. Oh, another test. I guess. What courses am I going to unlock though? No, I don't need to do the test, not right now anyway. Okay, so we're going to go back to... Hang on, what are we doing? Unlock Bear Tank. I might be able to get Ebisumaru by doing Time Attack. Ass. Okay, where? Ah! There he is. He's hiding behind Hassel or whoever that is. Oh, that's cute. Alright, but I did promise I would be Moai, so I'm going to try Moai. Hang on. Real quick. Listen close. That was pretty funny. Okay, so what I need to do is get a high score. What do I need to do? Beat the records on Gumbo Dochu 1 and 2. So that's 1, that's 2. Okay. And that will unlock Ebisumaru. So we're going to try that. Save. Yep, okay. I don't actually know what the record is, so we're just going to go fast and try and see what happens. Just good fundamentals, good racing. Whoops, I thought that was a boost, but no, it was a puddle. This is bad, let's start again. Let's just do it. Okie dokie. So how's everyone doing in chat? Tell me about what video games you've been enjoying. I've been enjoying Picross 3D Round 2 on the 3DS. It's a pretty great game. made by HAL Laboratory. It's kind of like Picross, but pretty different. You have to like bust cubes to make a sculpture out of this 3D kind of grid. I played the first one on DS, but the second one, well, the menus are better. Yeah, probably better. There's not as much pressure, so you can make a couple of mistakes and take a bit of time and still get a really good score and get the best gem thing. There's like different gem rewards for getting points. Of course, the big quirk they added for the second one is that there's 2 different colors you can use. So not only are you marking cubes, you're marking them in one of 2 different colors. So it gets pretty complicated, but it also has that's a different avenue for clues. Alright, so I needed to be 1 second faster to beat the score. I can do that. I can do that pretty well. You enjoying my Moai use, Gibbon? Let's try it again. Gibbon's been playing Diablo 3 and Tsum Tsum because Carla got him addicted. Oops, I was too distracted by Tsum Tsum. I'm glad you mentioned Tsum Tsum because, I'll tell you what, my wife and sister-in-law are obsessed with that game right now. You should totally be friends with them. I don't know how to do that, but let me know your friend's name or whatever, and I will try and get you hooked into them. Tsum Tsum is crazy. It's like this Disney puzzle game. It's Japanese, I think. It's tied into the Line social media service. Basically, there's like tiny, cute little representations of Disney characters that are like little blobs, and they stack on top of each other, and they're just sort of all falling around with physics. And in the game, you make chains of them, like a match 3 thing. And then they all just tumble around, and you have to keep popping them and get coins and stuff, and rinse and repeat a billion times. The first time I ever saw it was actually in a Japanese arcade where, I mean, it's on smartphones and smart devices, but so using the touchscreen. That was a much better time. But there's an arcade version where there's a giant touchscreen, like the size of a big TV, in front of you vertically oriented. And it's just the same game, but huge, really blown up. I think you can even get the physical Tsum Tsum toys as prizes out of it as well. Okay, so I think we beat the score on that, so we'll go to the second Dochu one and try and beat that. Yeah, and the funny thing about seeing it in arcades was seeing the pros play it, the real serious players. You could tell who they were because they come in with a duffel bag and they set it down. They pull out like one glove to wear on their right hand or left hand, I don't remember. And their other hand holds a stylus for interacting with the touchscreen. And they're just going crazy with both hands, popping things all over the place and getting combos. But yeah, it's very particular. They have this one glove on one hand, and a stylus in the other hand. And seeing one in action is quite a sight. A bit like watching a really good DDR player really go at it. Very amusing. Yeah, man, Japanese arcades are crazy. Anyway, Tsum Tsum. Yeah. Try and get you in a little friend network with my wife. If she's up for it. I mean, I think her and her sister playing is fun for her. Yeah. Tony says he's been enjoying a game called Dragon Ball Fusions. Good to know, Tony. It doesn't come out here till mid-February. Alright, so I haven't got a note that I've unlocked anybody, but maybe they'll just pop up on the screen like Tank Guy did. Nope, can't see Abu Simone. That's a shame. I didn't do it right. Let's just go back. Ikke? So what's the problem? Can I see the times? Can I see my scores? What's going on? Alright. Too bad I wasn't paying attention when I finished. Too busy talking about Tsum Tsum. What an awkward name too. I mean, it's okay in Japanese, but like, it's really hard to say in English. That always annoys me. I don't even bother. Anyway, Dragon Ball Fusions. I have been watching a Let's Play on YouTube of that, and it looks kind of interesting. I sure wish I could play it. So I might ask for that for my birthday, when it finally comes out in PAL. Really weird thing about it though is the international version. So it was out in Japan ages ago, but you know, it's only just now getting released internationally. It keeps all the Japanese voice acting, which, you know, that's okay, whatever. But really weirdly, all the international versions replace all the swords with sticks. So characters like Trunks, you know, he has a sword. He kind of often uses a sword, at least, you know, when he first shows up. What's the problem? 1 minute. I have the best score. What's the problem? Shouldn't I get this character now? Come on, what's wrong? Do I need to play as tank guy? I might need to be the tank to do this. So in that case, I will go back to the GP and try and get someone else. Just double check, I haven't somehow unlocked. Nope. Alright, so we'll be Rakuga tank guy. Go here and we'll be looking on Moon Road. Oh, where's Moon Road? Oh, it's on the very first one. Okay, but I needed to use this guy, this bear tank anyway, so that's fine. So who should I get? Vic Viper? Let's get Vic Viper. Moon Road, use bear tank, boost before the first jump. So there's a secret island off the first jump. Okay, so we're doing it. Let's do it. Actually, before I do it, sorry. I should just check if it's possible to do it in like free run, so I don't have to go through the whole GP. That's bear tank. Okay. Yeah, so the swords, right? Instead of swords, which you could argue are kind of iconic to certain characters, they just use a wooden stick. Like, it's not even like a wooden sword, or like a kendo sword. It's a stick. It's a friggin' stick! Like, it's so ridiculous. I just saw the news post on Konzenshu. I'm like, what the heck? And the, you know, Mike was saying like, oh, I'm speculating that it's possibly because some market or another doesn't like having bladed weapons in a kid's game and it would put the rating up. So they just made one international version, and so that they didn't have to like code a specific variation of the game. Just all the international versions get the stick instead of sword, just because of one market, which seems unfair and stupid, and I don't like it. So that's not good. The other question I have about it actually is, because Neko Majin always gets removed from Japanese versions of Dragon Ball games when they localize it. Is Neko Majin even in Fusions, and if so, did he get removed in international versions? And that's what I want to know. So there's not many opportunities to get a boost here, so that might be the trick to this. Ow. Wait, are my controls set up properly? Yeah, that's it. Wait, is that it? Go back. What? Is this right? Whoa! Hang on. Okay, so this is what I need to do. I need to go to the right when I jump off this jump. Go over here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now what? There wasn't a thing there. Okay, so what this is telling me is that I will need to do that in GP mode to get the diamond, and it doesn't appear in free roam mode. Good to know. Let's do it. Okay, so given saying that Fusions is just like Pokopang, but not on a grid. I don't know what Pokopang is, but I'll take your word for it. The way it works is like you have 5 characters on a board, your other opponent has 5 characters, and you're flying around and punching them, and when you punch them, you do it directionally so that it shoots them off in a certain direction, and they'll bash into other characters. If they hit their teammates, they'll knock them away and do damage, and you're trying to knock them off the board. If you knock them into your teammates, they'll punch them back and do more damage, and they'll go bing, 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 back and forth. I've seen it compared to like just a game of marbles or something, or like snooker or something like that. But yeah, it is this sort of, it's on a circle or a circle or a square, I don't know. But you're just, yeah, knocking people around and stuff. This is Dragon Ball Fusions I'm talking about. Oh, Tsum Tsum is like Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about Fusions because it's got kind of a unique, yeah, just unique core mechanics of this battling where you're bumping people around and knocking into each other and stuff. It's pretty cool. So Tsum Tsum is like Pokopang, which again I've never heard of, so that's fine. So Pokopang is on a hex grid, and Pokopang came out first. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Tsum Tsum's ripping something off. It's pretty basic. But I guess the innovation of Tsum Tsum, you know, in addition to having all the IP of Disney, is that it's all, you know, real-time physics simulation kind of thing, where the rounded characters are all bumping into each other and falling over, and yeah, it's kind of cool. I know I'm out of water. Oh, hang on. Okay, so see this screen here. It's got the names of the characters, so the ones I was wondering about. I was right. Pastel is that lady. She's from what was she from? Oh, from Twin Bee, right? Twin Bee's like a shooter, but not like Gradius. It's, you know, more colorful and stuff. Power Purukun is called Pawa. Goemon is called Goet. Dracula is Drac. Grey Fox is just Ninja. Takosuke is Taco. How many of these games like have never even been released in the West, and these characters are only in this game? That's what I wonder. Let's see. So that cat person must be, what's her face? Nyami from Poppin' Music? I don't know what Poppin' Music is. Sounds like something Tony might like. It's a Bamani game? It's just like a rhythm game. It has a really wacky controller. Anyway, whatever, who cares? Let's keep going with the races. Rakuga Kids is like a fighting game. A one-on-one sort of side-on fighting game. But it has a really cool art style. That's what sets it apart. Rakugaki is the word for graffiti. It's sort of supposed to be sort of a hand-drawn kind of style. The bear certainly looks different to the other characters in this game. I wouldn't call it hand-drawn exactly, not the way it's presented here. So next course is what I need to pay attention and probably use save states, but let's just get through this. Yeah. Anyone who knows more about Konami than me, chime in the comments, tell me what this is, like what games these things are from. School me, I am a noob on Konami. Like, I don't know where I am right now, I'm just in some cloud land. I should be talking about something. Did I tell you about the fence? It's full of bugs and stuff. It's gross. We got this bamboo fence to put up on our balcony, but the winds are too strong and like it's just been torn apart. The connections that hold it together are just falling apart. I put it on our railing with a bunch of cable ties, but I don't think it was enough. I needed either more cable ties or some other smarter method of securing it. But the winds do get really strong here sometimes. It's pretty windy today actually, which in combination with the heat is bad news. Seriously, I'm talking about the weather here, people. Give me something to talk about. I guess that's my job. So, Konami, they suck these days, don't they? What's your favorite Konami game from when they made games in the past? My favorite is Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. It's really good. Actually, I find it hard to decide between the 3DS ones, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia. They're all three of them great, excellent Metroidvania games. They all have the map on the bottom screen, which is the best thing ever in the world. Oh boy. Okay, so we gotta get a boost. Yep. Okay, so that blue thing seems like it always will give you a boost, maybe, possibly. Go! Oops, wrong button. Go! Nope. Yes. No. Okay. Yeah, try one more time. Whoop. Go! Whoa! Yeah, pretty great. Okay, so we're here. Just need to tap around, get this thing, and then keep going. I don't think we need to win for that to count, but just in case. Oh wait, we need to at least not die, right? With my lives thing. Okay, let's see if I can do a good comeback here. Woo! Alright. Oh, some good response in the chat here. Hold on, I gotta concentrate. No! Who used that battery? You suck. Bombs? I don't want bombs. I want something to help me catch up. This is easy mode, come on. Alright, that'll do. Oh, pig. Pig mode. Oh, they're so cute. Hello, little piggies. Oh, I got another one. Okay. Pig! Yeah, everyone goes pig. Oh, I didn't go pig. So that other time when I used the pig, someone else must have used it at the same time, because like, I used the pig and then I turned into a pig. I was very confused by that. Okay, so bear tank is like the body of a tank and the head of a bear. Oh, and also has a tank turret on top. I wish I could play Rakuga Kids. Actually, I could do that. Maybe I should do that on the stream. It's kind of a weird game. But like, there are so many games, and a lot of them are weird. Reminds me of Clay Fighter, because that's another 64, or at least it had a version on the 64. Strange fighting game with a unique visual art style. Rambling. Yes, good. All right. Tony says that the weather in California was so insane that it ended our drought. That's good to know. That happened to us a while ago. I guess you guys are in El Nino right now, maybe? Is that a thing in the Northern Hemisphere? Maybe not. I think it's an Australia/South America thing. When we have El Nino, it's like bad for us because it's drought, but that means it's wet in South America. And then when we have La Nina, it's wet here but dry over there. Yeah, Gibbon's having trouble choosing from the many different good Konami games. Castlevania, Metal Gear. Oh, can I say that my favorite Konami game is Super BC Kid? Which you would know as Super Bonk, or Super... what's it called? What do they call it in Japan? PC Genjin? Super Genjin? Genjin... I don't know, it's not FC Genjin. Anyway, it's the Super Nintendo version of the PC Genjin series. Yeah, the first one. We didn't get the second one in the West. But that's a Hudson thing. And since Konami were bought by Hudson... Sorry, other way around. Yeah, like, obviously they're squandering all their IP, including the ones they bought off Hudson. I'm lapping these people, this is terrible. I did put on easy mode, I guess. Who am I unlocking here? We'll find out. So what is Gibbon's choice? He says he's a really big fan of the 97 Frogger revival, actually. What platform was that on, 97? Was it like PS1 kind of thing? That's interesting. Was it like a 3D thing? I think I have very vague ideas of what Frogger has been through. That's cool. It's funny, Bear Tank's like a lot less detailed than the other characters. In the sprite art. Whoa! He's sunk probably 1,000 hours into various copies of the 1997 Frogger. PS1 and PC and possibly some others. 1,000 hours? What do you do? Is it a score attack thing like the original Frogger? That's crazy. Wow. Respect, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna use... Oh, we need to use Bear Tank again to unlock that other thing. So I can't show off... I guess I'll just do it. Something else. Just do a real quick free run on something. That'll give us a chance to look through our tracks. Yeah, there we go. There it is. That's the Vic Viper. So that is the ship that you play as in Gradius. Recently featured on the NES Classic Mini Classic Collection Mini, whatever stupid thing that Nintendo released. The Mini NES. Poppin' Beach, probably from Poppin' Music. Power Stadium from Power Program. Space Colony, might be Gradius. Let's pick that, because we're Gradius. There was that space thing on the Pac-Man game, if you remember, but that was like Gallagher, so that was a Namco's equivalent kind of thing. Everyone's got a space game. Oh, I'm Space Pig now. Pigs in space! I wish I'd seen more of the Muppet Show, to be honest. Was that already a takeoff of something? Because I remember from one of the Mel Brooks films there was like a trailer for Jews in space. Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. But let's go and try and unlock someone else. So where are we up to? Bear Tank. I don't know who that is. Let's go get Ambi Samaru. So we're gonna get time attack scores. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. So let's get the other one. King from Poppin' thingy, whatever. Which is a shame that I know nothing about pop music. But now we're gonna go to Skybridge 2. So that was here. Yes. Okay. Use Bear Tank, Turbo Boost before first jump. Let me just save here. Stay to the left before the jump, make a sharp right so you reach a hidden island. So Turbo Boost before the jump. Okay. Okay, we got that. Let's do it. Get a boost. Come around here. Where are we going? Okay. Whoa! Whoa! What am I looking for? This is crazy. Okay. No, didn't get it. Okay, so we're going to stay to the left and then do a hard right. Okay, like this. Woo! There it is. No, I just missed. Okay, alright. Really hard right, I gotta do. Okay, we can do that. Isn't this music great? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I hit the jump going backwards and then it shot me forwards and off. Hey! Don't you steal my doll. Okay. Yes, good. No, yes? Did I just do a shortcut? Wow, crazy. Oh no, I'm going backwards. Okay. Cool, back in it. Let's do this. Oh, I have to get all the way through the other 3 races now before I can use that character. Not that I know who they are, but, you know. Oh, come on. What was I going too fast for your game? Blech. Give me boosts. Let me catch up. Man, if there was a Dragon Ball kart racer, I'd play that. Yeah, I'm all about Dragon Ball at the moment. It's crazy. I guess the marketing's working or something. I just bought a second-hand game at some expense from eBay. Okay. So many tight corners on this one. I want to check chat on a street, but there's not many. So given talking about the Frogger reboot, or whatever it is, revival. Stupid jumps. Shouldn't be punished for going too fast. So Frogger, it's got 38 different levels and a ton of secrets. And yeah, you can high score everything and find the hidden golden frogs on everything and do some other stuff. It's fun, okay? Alright, that's cool. I'm not going to judge you or anything. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, people latch onto different things, don't they? What was it me? Probably Pokemon Pinball on the GBC. Man, I hate this slippy slidey crap. Ah! 100%ing that game would take hundreds of hours though. So yeah, if you liked Frogger, that's awesome. In fact, you should stream it. I'd watch you. Show off your skills. Show me all the secrets and the awesome things about Frogger 97. Whoa, penguins. Oops. I think penguins are featured heavily in Parodius. I read the H3 101 article on it. It's pretty silly. You have to be into shooters though. It's such a subgenre, and not just shooters, but like shoot 'em ups, shmups, like scrolling spaceship shooty games. I don't know. There's lots of different ways to refer to them, and some fans don't like certain ways of referring to them, etc. But yeah, I never really got on with any shmups, except Skyforce Reloaded on iPhone. I was always attracted by the like 1942 games or whatever they are called, Capcom games in the arcade. Having all the bullets and planes flying over, pew, 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 very visually exciting. I was never any good at them, especially the bullet hell ones. Terrible. That reminds me, actually, one of my options for streaming in the near future is Airzonk, which is a spin-off of the Bonk / BC Kid games I was talking about earlier. Yeah, it's called PC Denjin in Japan. Game for the PC Engine CD, so kind of silly, humorous shooter, shmup game kind of thing. Yeah, I'll do that someday. Look forward to it. Or else. Yeah. Okay, so Gibbon says that it's been installed on most of my computers, Frogger, and I basically treat it the same way people treat Solitaire or Minesweeper. Oh yeah, I've played a fair bit of Solitaire while I'm supposed to be studying for exams. Solitaire, seriously, like, I am so basic sometimes. Yeah, something to play in downtime or while bored, he says. And he's been doing it on and off since 1997. Oh, that's really funny. I really think you should stream it. I think that'd be fun. Like, I've been mostly streaming, yeah, for the majority of things I've played here have been blind blind at playing of games, in that I have never played them before, and it's like first time. Oh, that power bar. Okay, so that's the whole item thing that I've been ignoring so far. I'm just looking at it now. Like next to the item, that when it appears, there's a power thing and it fills up a third. If I do stuff in the shop, then it will allow me to power up items. I don't really feel that it's necessary though. And I'd rather just play the game more than bother trying to figure that out. I really wish the iPhone version was still around though, because this is kind of decent, and I would like to see how they advanced it and, you know, moved it into 3D and touch controls and that kind of thing. But no, it's gone forever. You can't play it. It's really crazy how things can just disappear like that. It's terrible. Alright, let's do this. Oh, how long have I been going? Almost 2 hours. Oof. I really should stop soon. You guys having fun? Are you enjoying this? Because I think it's decent. But should I try and do the time attack things and unlock Ebisamaru, or not bother? I'm sure there's a ROM of the iPhone version somewhere this is given. Yeah, there probably is. But, yeah, I guess I would have to jailbreak my phone, and I don't want to do that. But I guess that is an option, so it's probably not gone. But then again, I mean, the reason it disappeared from the store is because it wouldn't be compatible with the current version of the thing, so maybe if I got like an old iPhone and jailbroke it and had it on a certain level of operating system just to play this one game, possibly. I suppose I could then play that Pac-Man one that was removed too. But yeah, it seems like a lot of faff. A lot of faff. I mean, there must be a way to like emulate it or something. There's an iPhone simulator that you need to develop for in like Xcode and stuff. Is there a way to like use a version of that to then like run iPhone apps or something in previous versions of the operating system? I don't know. This is the kind of things that you need to worry about if you're gonna seriously think about, you know, game preservation, which is a huge deal. Like, there are tons of games that are just not playable anymore. And, you know, this is basically art we're talking about that is now inaccessible and can't be appreciated. People worked hard on this stuff. Sometimes. You know, to go back to Dragon Ball again, Dragon Ball Online, there's so much lore and stuff that is really interesting for Dragon Ball fans in it. You know, never mind the actual gameplay. But it's all gone because it was, you know, an online thing and the servers are off. They do, you know, fans will sometimes make efforts to preserve their own third-party servers for games like that. I mean, our own Ape and ACZ, and I think Tony could attest to playing Toontown, the, like, what is that? Was that Disney? Like a Disney MMO social kind of thing, and you could be ducks in it and stuff, something. I don't know. I read that thread on the forum, but that was a while ago. Yeah. Oh, me back. Oh. Alright, I should have unlocked that thing. I'm winding down here physically. I'm getting to the end of my tether here. Did we get a person? We should have got a person. Where are they? Why haven't I got... Oh, there they are. Who was that guy? Look at that crazy pompadour. So this is apparently King from, what was it, Pop and Music? Yeah, it's another Pop and Music character. 2 Pop and Music characters in this game. Of all the Konami franchises, they got double rep. Go figure. So who is this guy? He's just a crazy guy with hair. Yeah, baby. I don't know. Yeah, not much to him, I guess, but I just love unlocking characters. So they don't pop up on that screen. I was worried about that screen getting too crowded, but they just sort of appear. Going back to Diddy Kong Pilot again, it's kind of like, so you've got a bunch of characters, I think it's 8 lined up there. Redneck Kong is one of them. He's sort of this, well, he's kind of like a country hick stereotype, which is like pretty terrible, but straw hat, overalls, cross-eyed, all that stuff. But he's not actually implemented into the game itself. So if you go to select him, it suddenly overlays Candy Kong's sprite over him, and then you play as her instead. Or is it the other way around? Actually, it might be the other way around. Yeah, it is the other way around. So you can't play Candy, it just puts Redneck Kong in instead. Kind of a bait and switch kind of thing. Anyway. Tony's asking me if I can play Dragon Ball Z sagas. Dragon Ball Z sagas. I was trying to get in the habit of saying Dragon Ball Z, just to be contrary to Americans, because, you know, in the Commonwealth we say Z, and in Japanese it's also Z. They, of course, say it Zetto, without a D, more of a T sound, but yeah, it's odd that even the most hardcore, you know, Japanese purists of the Dragon Ball fandom will still call it Z instead of Zetto. But I can't blame him for that, really. I'm just pointing it out, it's interesting. Anyway, Gibbon saying, yeah, about game preservation, he's trying to keep ROMs of all the Alien and Predator mobile games. He's big into that fandom. But sometimes it's hard to find things that run them properly. Yes, it's the eternal struggle. And he also says he's still salty that we never got Dragon Ball Online. What, you didn't spoof a fake Korean social security number and like, what's it called, VPN into like their servers and stuff? Yes, Tony's saying Toontown was a terrible Disney MMO. So this is me experimenting with the camera. I can go up, down, and around. It's pretty cool. How far out can I go? No, pretty far. No, I'm still going. There's now a tiny little blur of pixels. That's kind of funny, actually. See, Mode 7 lets you do things like that, I guess. You never see it in normal gameplay, though. That's the problem. That's weird. Okay, cool. Alright, so... I am gonna try and unlock every scenario. I will do the time attack. Beat time attack records. Let me just confirm with this guide if that's how it works. Meanwhile, oh yeah, Gibbon says he's fortunate to have a bunch of old phones to run those games on. Lucky you. I haven't kept any of my old phones. Here we go, characters. Nope. Where's that Mox? S-Class license. Here we go. Yeah, you have to play as Bear Tank according to this. And break the records. Okay, so do I have to break the records that I've already now set that are better than the previous records, or do I just need to beat the other records? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, Bear Tank might be a better character than Molai anyway, so I'll probably do better. Why is Bear Tank like the key to unlocking all these other characters? Friggin' Bear Tank. I wonder if there have been any other Rakuga Kids games. That word is also awkward to say and pronounce. If that's not a good time, I have to go a bit faster. Well, I haven't actually been looking in the corner, but apparently I'm going up to 130 kilometers an hour. That seems unlikely. On a go-kart over rough terrain. That seems really dangerous, actually. Games like this don't often put an actual, like, speed value there. I remember in F-Zero you go up to like 600-700 kilometers an hour or something. It's crazy. But of course these are futuristic hover cars, they can get away with it. Okay, so Gibbons saying, oh, you know I spoofed a Korean social security number for Dragon Ball Online and Monster Hunter Frontier and Hellgate Global, which we eventually got, yay. But Korea had such a big problem with people doing that they actually changed their entire social security number system so you couldn't do that anymore. What? That's crazy. Because of foreign people, like, spoofing into the MMOs? Wow. That's incredible, incredible. That's very funny. Okay. Wow. Yeah, okay, so, but then you can't do that anymore, I guess. Or you couldn't do it after a certain point. I think, yeah, Dragon Ball Online actually came to somewhere else after Korea, like, maybe Taiwan, I'm thinking? I remember seeing some, like, Scanzone Kanzenshu of, like, Taiwanese supplemental material that they got some lore from or something. But man, that game has a lot of world building and backstory and stuff. Amazing. I really wish they'd bring more of that forward into new games. There's all this stuff about how Krillin started a new turtle school and Tien started a new, Tenshinhan started a new crane school. Gohan wrote a book about ki control that was released to the public and now everyone knows about ki. Goku and Vegeta flew off into space to battle and just in their old age they just left forever. Never came back. Well, that actually was a lot quicker than I thought, so I've done that now. That was pretty easy. So let's go free run and see this person I don't want. Where are they? Should be up here somewhere. Oh. What? I still haven't got Ebisamaru. What? Come on. Tame the bear tank. Play the tracks. Ah, that sucks. What a downer. The end of my stream. Oh well. Yeah, that's it, I guess. What's this? Drive on the brink, stop on the brink? Use it! What is this? This is like a WarioWare minigame. You have to stop at a certain point. I assume those numbers are going to go away when I get closer. No? Oh, I have to stop before. Oh, I was going too fast. So the idea is to stop before getting to the end and to be the closest. That's funny. It's a neat little mode. What's Bomb Chaser do? We haven't seen Baseball Man. Oh no, oh, I picked that again. Never mind. What is this? Oh, I have the bomb to start with, so I guess everyone's going to try and get away from me, and I try to hit them with a bomb. That's my assumption. Get back here. Battle mode. Okay, so I bumped into Drac, now he has the bomb, so we have to keep away from him until it blows up. That's a really fun idea. Oh, I can throw bombs forward like that. Interesting. Let's get away from that. He's coming. I'm looking at the minimap here. I like this. This is good. I wonder if there's like... Well, I guess there'll be a bunch of different layouts for those too. Yeah, there's a bit more to this game than I thought. Oh, I fell. Hey, I'll be safe in this lake though, right? If I stay here... Oh, it pulled me out eventually. Okay. Uh-oh. Ah! Ooh, that was close. Ah! Oh, he's right behind me! Boost. Whoa! Okay, whoever that is, they're really after me. It's Pastel. Get away, Pastel. No! Oh, man, I got bombed. What's the time? Oh, there's still a minute left. Alright, what's going on? Oh, thanks for saying so, Tony. It's good having you on the stream. Yeah, I'll shut it down after this. Gosh, 2 hours already. Time flies. This game was pretty good, actually, I guess. Didn't notice how fast the time was going. So yeah, I don't know if I'll look into jailbreaking and stuff, probably not. I paid too much for this phone to risk breaking it in any way. But it's just so annoying that I can't play... What's the sequel called? There's a sequel, right? It's called... Crazy Kart Racers, I think. Maybe there'll be some YouTube videos of it or something. Tony says, what is the worst Dragon Ball character? Well, that's easy, Tony. Like, the answer to that question is obvious. It's Goku. Come at me. Like, he's the cause of all the problems in the show, and he's kind of a jerk. And he's egotistical, but like, not in an obvious way, the way Vegeta is. So everybody likes him, even though he's like a terrible father and husband, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, sure, it's good to have a flawed character, but a lot of people don't even like get that, and he's glorified and represented and misinterpreted in a lot of places. So, I mean, it is a funny troll thing to say that Goku's the worst character, but he actually is. What's going on with this timer? I thought it was counting down, and now it's like, oh, I have a petrol. What's that? My gas is going up. 39 liters, 40 liters. What is this game mode? What's going on? Oh, okay. So these things add time. Well, no, they add gas. What? I don't understand this freaking game, man. Oh, yeah, Tony says the worst character is Broly. Actually, you're right. It is Broly. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me. My racing. My racing. Okay, I've saved my progress. All 4 cups. I am apparently Power Pro-kun at the moment. And I have some money. Exit. Yes. There we go. There you go. I'll leave it on this screen. So, thanks for watching, everyone. It was very fun to have you all here, chatting away. And yeah, see you next time. It won't be this time next week because this was a special time because of work and stuff. It'll be this time, you know, minus 2 hours in the day after. Yeah. It's like, I keep wanting to actually tell you the real time, but thanks to time zones, that's pretty much impossible. It's just 8 days from now, minus 2 hours. Be there, and I'll see you there. Yeah. Love you too, Tony. Thank you. And thank you everyone else who showed up and stuck around. And those who had to leave. Bob. Looking at you, Bob. Yeah, where's my thingy to shut this down? Obs. Okay. See you next time.